This is a weird episode for me. I say that a lot because it doesn't have a lot of character. It doesn't want to have a lot of development, but it was still an engaging and interesting episode of television. I think a lot of the strength of that relies on the dynamic between the characters and the plot itself, which is a fairly straightforward trying to escape plot. It's nice to see that the villain, despite being relatively incompetent, is nevertheless someone who has all of the advantages and therefore is managing to keep up with the heroes, who by contrast are actually very competent, ignoring one screw up by Ahsoka, which she had no way of knowing about, and they even exposited about that fairly nicely, I might add. For the most part, it was all smooth as butter. In fact, one of my favorite little aspects of this episode is the fact that Anakin and Obi-Wan have such automatic trust in each other that even while not communicating with each other, even while not present with each other, even without using the Force, they both know what the other is doing and thinking at any given point in time. I like that, because that's exactly what the dynamic between the two should be, in my opinion, and makes perfect sense. Of course, we see Tarkin being Tarkin here, you know. I don't even have much to add to that. Oh, with you, Jedi, and your moral code don't go far enough to win a war. It's like, I mean, okay. And of course, oh, the Citadel would be better in our hands. Probably my favorite part about that is there's this one point where he's like, oh, we should have this. And then Anakin says he has a point. And then Ahsoka just gives him this, like, no, non-verbal. Like, really? Really, Master? And later on too, Anakin's like, you know, we can't go far enough as well. I agree with you, and it's just like, okay, I get where you're going, episode, but you're leaning on that button a little bit too hard. Anyways, I actually really like the friendly, not probe droids, the friendly battle droids. In fact, I like them so much that my first thought is, oh God, can we keep this crew? Like, can we have battle droids on our side from now on? Because they're just somehow more interesting and engaging than most of the battle droids we encounter. They seem to be slightly smarter than your typical battle droid, probably because they're not being memory wiped constantly, and probably because R2 is their commander. And they also, I don't know, it was probably one of the first times I found battle droids, well, no, probably like the second or third time I found battle droids legitimately enjoyable to look at. But really, the last thing I have to add to this episode is this is the end of Echoes, and that still makes me sad to this day, because, damn it, Echoes was awesome. I guess, obviously, all the clones are going to die at some point or another. That's just kind of the nature of it, but what are you going to do? Anyways, that's all I got. I'll see you next time, guys.